slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
From the area known as Patriot Place, EA Sports set for football at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Ready to break. 98. Watch 98. 98 to Mike. Pick me up. Here we go. Hit it.
Now the leading rusher for the Pats last year is a rookie, Sony Michel. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, exit. Hurry up, defense.
On second down, here's Stidham. He'll get this to Devlin, his fullback. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
That, like 20. I don't think you got it, sir.
This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his second season, James Conner. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the Patriots' 30-yard line.
Black 20. Double bump. Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball. No spacing. Hey, over.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Roethlisberger. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Lawrence Guy. What a play by him. That's a loss of 17.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger.
Hey, box truck. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take black.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Back deep for New England, Julian Edelman. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. He's going to go for a big play downfield. They've got his man complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Michel. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
Hard.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
198. Ready.
3rd and long. It's Stidham. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
At the 25-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
44. Easy. Hey, Delta. Jack 16.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go on the run. He's got a man. Complete. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
It's a big play there for the Steelers. 63 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. Now been hit, and he lost the football. It's loose, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football.
44. Mike 51. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Go, Mike 51. Mike 51. Hey, Zoo. Hey, let's go. Come. Think you gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this? 50. You think you gonna get this?
Now Ben on 3rd and long. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Brandon Copeland in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. And this a 39-yard attempt. And Boswell's kick is good. Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
14 yards is the pickup there and a New England 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Big stop. Let's go.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michelle. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Let's go now. 60 Pittsburgh. They can't hang with us.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. An interesting note about the Steelers opening up on the road here. It's the 5th season in a row that they have started away from home. Longest active streak in the league. And, of course, pitting them against the Patriots, two of the most storied franchises, especially in the last couple of decades. Since 2002, these two teams have met in 3 AFC championship games, with New England getting the better of Pittsburgh all 3 times. And you think of the Lombardi trophies, with New England winning last year. Each of these franchises has 6 trophies, tied for the most in the entire league. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Stidham. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 39.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On first down, Stidham. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Here's Stidham. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. From the 9, here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Roethlisberger. Ebron caught left side. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Show that bench release and go. Hey, wahoo! 51, come on.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. This is Johnson. He's got it. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch out.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
36, Sunday.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Hey, tight. Hey, high 7. Check Mike.
To throw again is Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever.
Check Mike 39. Hey, watch the leg. Hey, check Mike 39.
Again, it's Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It's John Simon with a sack. Here's Jordan Berry now. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. And this will pin him nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line.
Let's go.
14-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they had a long drive going last time, but it stalled out. But still, maybe something positive to carry forward from that last drive.
Well, a few different things.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. The 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel taking it in. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
At the 30-yard line.
180. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. Eight.
Throwing on second down, Roethlisberger. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's third.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Hey, let go. Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. 3 buns. No go. Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. It's our field.
From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. And the catch made by Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
66.
They'll run it now out of the gun. John Simon in on the stop. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Going deep to the end zone for Juju. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have come upon halftime in the Sunday night opener from Foxborough. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Now, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
That's what I do. Kill. Hatchet.
On 1st and 10 is counter. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
A quick throw complete to Washington. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Right, block 80! Hey, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. Hey, alert! Mike 51. Let's go, deep, tighten up. Hey, Charlie. Mike 51. Check.
Now Roethlisberger keeps himself upright. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And I don't think Edelman will be able to get to this one. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Stidham. Completes it to Lee. And down he'll go at the 25.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. On third down, Stidham. There's the right side here, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Down. 8 read. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Check, 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 check.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On second down, Michelle. And he's taken down inside the 30. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. Well, there's no shortage of great young runners in the NFL, but don't forget about that guy, Sony Michel. First-round pick in 2018. Almost hit 1,000 yards as a rookie, 931 to be exact, to go along with 6 scores for the former Georgia Bulldog.
Here we go, D. Shit. Rock it. Shoot.
Keeping it on the ground on first, Michel. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
60 Pittsburgh. Watch the slant.
Now Stidham on second down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
They'll run it. This is Michel. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Well, from my vantage point, that's just one bad play by the offensive line and a running back who's had a lot of good ones tonight.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's not going to be ticked off, nor is the offensive line, because to me it's a lot like a no-hitter, right? Pitcher's throwing a no-hitter, gives up a hit late. You're so close to accomplishing everything you want and don't quite get it done. They'll come back with it.
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. To throw is Stidham. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. They frustrated these receivers tonight, really held down the passing game, but there got the penalty.
Fine line between aggressive, good coverage, and interference, and they crossed it on that play.
Come on, set. 60 or. Let's go one more. Check. Fresno. Check, go.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
And this is what coaches talk about, never being satisfied. No matter what the lead, always trying to increase it. You never know what can happen in this NFL.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Pittsburgh.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Here we go. Black 20. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Kill.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
Here we go.
A big run there, 29 yards and a first. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that, but I think that they were right about this one.
Ringer, guys. Mike 51.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Forced out to his left. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
Jack 15.
Mike 51. Bandit. Hey, Mike 51. Rip right.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
Show it up. Shoot. Watch the shoot.
Now a handoff looking right. Well, they hit him in the backfield. midfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
Check, 6-6, bullet high. Check. Alert.
They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on down. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A pickup of 24, and that's where the play began, the 24-yard line. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Michel. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for.
That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
60 out more. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get
Stidham 1st down in the red zone. That's caught by the tight end Lacoste. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. 2nd down, Stidham to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. T.J. Watt, his 2nd sack of the night.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
New England on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now it's Stidham. And that will be incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
Partner, I think they saw something there. I mean, they came from the right side deliberately, and you know there's always a designated guy who goes and blocks it, but it's the rest of his teammates that get him free.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, That allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
Come on now, let's go.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Smooth. No spacing.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go. 51's the mic.
On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
There's certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion.
50. 50. Hey, Alpha.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
He's back to throw. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets him back within a field goal. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They've got the lead by 3, late stages of the game. What's the message here? Just hang on to the football? Is it that simple?
That's exactly right, because ball security is paramount. And you got a small cushion. A field goal can tie you, but you don't even think that way. Just take care of the ball, close out the game.
Will they close it out? We're about to find out. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Watch tight. Tight is right. Watch tight.
Stidham's going to set up to throw this. Throw caught here by Bird. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
On the ground is Michel. And brought down, but not stop before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Steelers' 7-yard line.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Let's see what you got.
Now Stidham. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. One last shot for Roethlisberger. He's going to let it fly. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 35. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Pats, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon.